Today's devotional is sparked by an actual occurrence here in the hospital. As I travel the hallways, I usually ask people how they're doing. Here is an encounter with two different people. These encounters occurred about 2 minutes apart. Encounter number 1. How are you today? I'm fine. I'm here. Encounter number 2. How are you today? I'm fine. I'm better than I deserve. So did someone get up on the wrong side of the bed? This superstition appears to have arisen in ancient Rome, where many Romans were careful always to get out of bed on the right side. This fit with another superstition of the time that held that the left side was unlucky. Some people, supposedly including Augustus Caesar, even believed that it was bad luck to put on their left shoe first. Others believe that this idiom, like several others that involve the phrase the wrong side, merely reflects the fact that there's a positive and a negative aspect to any situation. What do you think? Is there a right and a wrong side of the bed? Whatever you believe, one thing is true. Even if you get up on the wrong side of the bed, you can try your hardest to turn your frown upside down and make the most of your day. You can choose to be happy or can let the stresses of life worry you and get the best of you. Before we go on, let's take a moment to hear from the sponsor of today's video.
Tired of waking up on the wrong side of the bed? Feeling lost, with no direction? Going through your day as just one of the crowd? Then ask your doctor if Beatitudo is right for you. Beatitudo, or, in its generic form, happiness, can bring about a new sense of purpose. Clinical studies have shown Beatitudo to reduce stress, increase productivity, friendships and creativity. So, is Beatitudo right for you?
Wow! I didn't know that there was a pill for happiness. Obviously, this was a fictitious ad. But can we find Beatitudo or happiness in a pill? Merriam-Webster defines happiness as a state of well-being and contentment. A state of well-being. This sounds like something that is permanent, or at least something that we revert to when life stresses go away. Where do we find such a pill of well-being? The world offers us every kind of fleeting source of enjoyment or feel-good items, but what happens when they are no longer new? Old news, have worn off, etc. So what is the best source of well-being? Something that is of this world and is fleeting, or someone who is not of this world and is always there? From Ecclesiastes we hear, "For what profit comes to mortals from all the toil and anxiety of the heart with which they toil under the sun? Every day sorrow and grief are their occupation. Even at night their hearts are not at rest. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for mortals than to eat and drink and provide themselves with good things from their toil. Even this, I saw, is from the hand of God. Who can eat or drink apart from God? For to the one who pleases God, he gives wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the one who displeases, God gives the task of gathering possessions for the one who pleases God. This also is vanity and a chase after wind." Dig deep and ask yourself, is my life flourishing in a state of well-being? Are you living a healthy life by your own attitudes and by the company you are keeping? Let me ask you a question twice. I will change only 2 words. These two words give us a sense of our gaze and its consequences. Are you being dragged down by your attitude and those people with whom you associate? Or are you being lifted up by your attitude and those people with whom you associate? Are you being dragged down or lifted up? It might be easy to say, well, I got up on the wrong side of the bed today, so I can have a grumpy attitude and drag all the people I encounter down. Or I can choose to have a good attitude and lift up the people I encounter. What kind of person do you want to hang with, a dragger or a lifter? Your choice. Reflect a little on your own life and what has brought you happiness. How did you feel when you got your first car? Did you have some joy when you got it? Most likely, yes. Where is that car today? Where is the joy today? Who knows? How did you feel about the first charitable act, like taking care of someone in need who you didn't even know? What kind of happiness did it bring you that day, and how do you feel about it today? Today, you might not even remember the year and make of the car it was, but I can guarantee you, remember clearly that the smile of the person's face when you help them is clear in your mind. If you knew where you were going, when you were going to die, and want to feel happy, what would you ask for? Many people would want to go on a trip, have unlimited money, have a big party with friends, etc. Things or fleeting moments, short-term enjoyments, but not something that was lasting. I got a call to a room on a Friday afternoon where a lady was close to death. She shared with me that she had a very difficult life, with many hateful relationships, was divorced, and estranged from her children. Her story sounded like she got up on the wrong side of the bed all her life. She told me that she had made peace with God and peace within herself regarding the hateful relationships. Her final wish was not something of this world, but to see her children one last time. I learned she passed away the next day. Her children were with her. What side of the bed did she wake up on Saturday? One day of happiness can wipe out a lifetime of fleeting moments. Blessed is the man who perseveres in temptation, for when he has been proved, he will receive the crown of life that he promised to those who love him. No one experiencing temptation shall say, I am being tempted by God. For God is not subject to temptation, to evil, and he himself tempts no one. Rather, each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. Then desire conceives and brings forth sin. And when sin reaches maturity, it gives birth to death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers. All good giving and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Fathers of light, with whom there is no alteration or shadow caused by change. He will give us birth by word of truth, that he may be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. How to flourish and be happy in life, to make the people around us happy. Happy by offering you at your very best. Not things or cards or other gifts and toys, but you. Happiness does not come from fleeting things of this world, but gifts from God himself. Those gifts are the people around us. Remember, each life is a gift from God. How we live that gift is our choice. What kind of a person are you? A dragger or a lifter? What side of the bed are you going to get up on? Your choice.